guys, welcome to my channel, Everything Martha Crafts and More. And I have mentioned in my other videos that I was born in Cuba. I came from Cuba when I was 2 years old. I feel like I am American because I grew up here and I've been here all my life, and I've never ever seen the country where I was born. I hear it was beautiful back then. So I wanted to share with you what a typical Cuban breakfast might look like. Well, I'm going to share with you how to make a delicious cup of Cuban coffee, some Cuban coffee with milk, and some Cuban toast with butter. And so, yes, I mean, we also many times have eggs and ham along with it, but if it's going to be a quick breakfast, then it's usually just the café con leche, which is the Cuban coffee with milk, the Cuban toast with butter, and always a little shot of Cuban coffee because it certainly is a pick-me-up. So yes, today is going to be a little bit of my Cuban roots. I hope that you enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my new subscribers and my previous subscribers. I want to thank you all so much for being a part of my channel. So I hope you enjoy this one, and I hope to see you on my next one. Okay guys, and here I just wanted to share with you a centerpiece that my sister bought my mom for her 80th Cuban themed birthday party. And here you have two maracas with two funny faces painted on them, some dominoes, a conga drum, a guitar on the other side, and this palm tree with a sugarcane trunk on it. So it's all typical of Cuba. And I'm also going to show you 3 different sized coffee makers. That would be the 10 cup, the 3 cup, and the 1 cup. And here is a little Cuban coffee cup with our sugar and coffee. So let's get started. Oh, and back there I have a Cuban bread. Okay guys, and I'm here in my kitchen and I have everything that I need to make you a typical Cuban breakfast. And so I'm going to be making you some Cuban coffee with the espumita on the top, which is that really foamy, creamy top on the coffee. And I'm also going to make you some Cuban toast, which you do like on an iron with butter. And so I'm also going to make you cafecito con leche, which is Cuban coffee with milk. And so I have, like I said, everything that I need. I was born in Cuba, and my parents came over when I was 2 years old. So I've never been back to Cuba, and I guess you always feel some kind of something for where you were born and your roots, but I never really have seen it or remember anything of Cuba. And so I am so grateful to this country that took us in when my parents brought his young family of 3 children and his wife, and then they went on to have 2 more children. But so yes, we still do enjoy the typical Cuban coffee. I know I have a lot of American friends that love to stop and get their little shot of Cuban coffee. And so today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect Cuban coffee. I'm going to show you everything you need. And like I said, I'm going to show you how to make café con leche, which is Cuban coffee with milk. And I'm going to put it in this USA mug because that's how we roll in this family. We may have been born in Cuba, but we are Cuban American and we love this country. So let me show you everything you'll need, and let's get started with this typical Cuban breakfast. Okay, you guys, and when you go to the store, you're gonna find that there are a lot of brands of Cuban coffee, and so this is the one that my family likes. It's called Café La Llave, and that's what I have in this container. Okay, so I filled this with water, like I said, until right under that screw, and I filled this up with Cuban coffee. Fill it up as much as I can. And I believe this is the 10 coffee cup, and when I say coffee cup, they're really small shots of coffee because this is strong coffee. Okay, so I like to pack it in, make it really, really strong coffee. And I wish you could smell it. It smells so good, you guys. Okay. After I've done that, I want to make sure that I tighten this really good. Otherwise, you'll have some spillage coming out through here because once this gets hot, the water starts to come up through the coffee, and that's how it gets brewed. So make it really tight. And I've got my burner on, and I'm gonna put this over there, and I like to leave it open because you want to catch the coffee as soon as it starts coming out in order to make the little foam on the top. And you're gonna get your sugar. Most Cubans like their coffee sweet, some don't, but you can make it as sweet as you like. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I am putting 8 teaspoons of sugar in my measuring cup, and I'm going to wait until the coffee starts to brew. And as you can see, the coffee has started to come out and brew through the middle of the pot, and it's coming out really thick. This will be a great and delicious pick-me-up whenever you're tired. You can definitely feel the difference when you have a little cup of Cuban coffee. So I'm gonna let it brew just a little bit, and then you need the coffee that's brewing at the very beginning in order to make the little foam in the top of the coffee. I am not going to put it in the heat yet because I need to keep pouring some of this out until I get the sugar to whip at the perfect consistency. You do not want it to get too thin. You want it to be really thick in order to make the foam. So I think I'm just gonna pour a tiny, tiny little bit more in there, and it should be fine. And you gotta whip it and whip it good in order for that delicious foam to come out in the top of the coffee. Yeah, real thick foam like that, okay? I'm just gonna put one more little drop, and then I'm gonna let the coffee finish brewing as I continue to whip the sugar. And I can turn that off. It's really thick, you guys. I don't know if you could see, but look how thick that is. Okay, and that's ready for me to pour the coffee into it. Let me get it off this burner. Since I'm doing this on camera and I always make a big mess when I pour it out, let me just have that on the bottom just in case. And so now you're gently gonna stir the sugar mixture in the bottom to the top. You want that sugar to be completely mixed in with the coffee. Look at that, you guys. Doesn't that look just delicious? Oh. Look at all that espumita on the top. All that delicious foam on the top. I still see some there in the bottom. You want to make sure you mix it well. And this is how you make your perfect cup of Cuban coffee. I just sliced it in half, and I'm gonna put butter, plenty of butter in the center. Like that. And I'm going to put a little bit on the top and on the bottom of the bread. After I've done that, I'm going to put it in this iron and leave it there until it gets toasted on both sides and the butter is completely melted. Meanwhile that's getting ready, let's make the cafecito con leche. So we use reduced milk. You can use whichever milk you like. And so I'm going to pour the milk into our mug, and I'm gonna go and put this in the microwave and let it get really hot. Okay, you guys, so the milk is really hot. I don't know if you could see the steam. And you see, that is what you call a café con leche, a coffee with milk. Okay, you guys, so let's see if the Cuban toast is ready. It probably is. Ooh, yes it is. It smells really good. It's all toasted. And you can just smell the melted butter. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut this in half. And look at that. It's really good. And here it is, you guys, what could sometimes be a typical Cuban breakfast. You have your coffee with milk, your little shot of Cuban coffee, and your delicious Cuban toast with butter. So thank you for watching. I hope I will see you in my next video. And so I want to say hasta pronto, which is I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. And here I'm sharing with you some paintings that my mom has in her home, which she really loves and enjoys, of Cuba.